welcome to Meanwhile in the Falklands, a podcast from FITV, and this is the third take at the intro because the boys apparently do not know how to be quiet while I'm introducing the podcast. But anyway, it's podcast number 144, and you're joined with Katharyn,
Jonny,
and Oliver.
Woo! And most exciting is the podcast is still in line with the show week number, so I'll get the plug in nice and early. If you want to watch Falklands in Focus this week, it's week 544, and there's loads on it.
There is.
It's a very busy week, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It
quite
feels
a lot
like it was,
going on. We've got a variety of different things, which was good.
You're looking tired, Ollie.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. No, yeah, it was good. Yeah, exactly. It's the Friday. We're absolutely. This is the best part of the week, recording the podcast and an overview of what went on last week.
Yeah, I was going to say, and also it's a very different week this week because today, if you watch the show, regular viewers, you all know that we have the idents at the end with the little sheep Dexter, and also we have frequent animations throughout the show. And our lovely animator Tom, it's actually his last day today, so he's going to college to study animation, and so hopefully he'll come back in a few years' time with a even better Dexter the sheep. Dexter and Friends will return, but yeah, so it's the last ever show for Tom and Dexter.
Been a few tears in the office already.
Yeah, been emotional, hasn't it? It's been good.
We had to get him a little toy sheep, little toy Dexter to take with him on his travels.
Yep, lovely little sheep, lovely tie.
I realised we didn't say at the end of the show, it's Tom's last week. And we put in the animation, the ident at the end that Tom made for himself. That was all the previous idents that he'd done and all the animations and Dexter saying goodbye. And I did realise we put it in at the end of the show with absolutely no context. So here is the context. Dexter will still appear at the end of the show because we still have all the idents Tom has made us and a few that we've not seen yet. But yeah, so that is why that we've got Goodbye Dexter ident, because Tom's off.
We've got so many of them though, haven't we? There's so many, like, from him being abducted by, not Tom, the Dexter the sheep, being abducted by aliens from a UFO. There's a massive variety, but it wasn't just Dexter. There was other animations, like the Stanley Service Indoor Football League, which was quite good. There's obviously animations as well from the Standard Finance stuff. So there's a wide variety, and it just makes the packages a lot better.
You know the Dexter animation. When did that first start? Then do you guys know? Were you here, Ollie, when it first began?
It started,
when Tom created it.
I didn't know. I believe. I mean, we did an interview a while ago with Tom, and he did mention that we had a mascot, but we had to change it to the sheep because we had another animator before.
Oh yeah.
And then Tom managed to make the unofficial mascot the sheep.
Yes.
And we only revealed the name of it when it was the 10th year anniversary of FITV.
You're going to say 100th year then?
Yeah, I was going to say 100th, yeah.
How long have we been here?
Century. But yeah, like I said, but also Tom's also helped us out with filming, a very good filmer, so some of the packages that you might have seen, for instance myself, are packages that I've edited up. A lot of the filming is from Tom, so very good filmer.
Whilst you claim all the credit, mate.
Now
you say it. Now you only say it now.
Anyway, so it's quite sad. We're losing a massive member of the team, aren't we?
End of an era.
It is. But yeah, so hopefully Tom will go away to college and he'll learn more about animation and he will return to us one day in the future. Or go on to bigger and better things.
Bigger and better things.
But yeah, so Tom and Dexter's World Tour.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's quite nice. So yeah, last day for Tom today.
Good luck for the future if you're listening in.
Yeah, Tom, if you're out there listening, Tom, we're making a bit of a joke. Tom is sat on the sofa next to us as we're doing this podcast. So yeah, but no, all the best for the future, Tom. But yeah, so I mean, also, so Tom's flight goes on Tuesday. I'll actually be with him on the plane because I'm going on holiday.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going forever. I'm coming back. If the planes come on time. But no, I'm going to the UK for a month, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, enjoy the sunshine.
So have you worked out where you're going to be flying to?
No, not yet.
Because for context, the Bryce Norton is currently under repair works, isn't it?
The runway had some damage, heat damage on it a few weeks back, and last I heard, the runway's still not fixed. So they were flying to Stansted, and then they changed last week to fly to Birmingham. So I'm hoping I'll land at Birmingham because it'll actually be closer to home for me. So then my taxi, which will hopefully pick me up from wherever, I had to email a taxi company like, please pick me up from wherever I land. And they said they would. They're like, we'll follow the plane.
You're slightly nervous though, aren't you, about...
Well, it's only my second ever proper flight.
Crazy.
To be fair, that's awesome. Like, what was your first flight? Or maybe to Spain or whatever. Where was your first flight, Katharyn? To the Falkland Islands, 8,000 miles away. That's a good little...
On a military base.
On a military base.
It was an interesting first flight, but I was quite glad about the fact it was the only plane I could catch, so I didn't get on the wrong one. And now I'm a little bit worried, like, if we land at Birmingham, I'm a bit like, how on earth am I going to find my way out of the airport? How will I find my taxi? How will I find my luggage?
You could do it.
Hopefully I won't have to fly back here from Birmingham. Hopefully it will have gone back to Brighton by the time I return, because I know I will get on the wrong plane.
We could do a piece on FITV with Where's Katharyn at?
Oh,
and where
God,
you end up. We could do like a...
Just track it.
God,
No, I'm sure you'll be fine. But I mean, what are you looking forward to?
I've seen my dogs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How many dogs have you got again?
I've got two Springer
Two
Spaniels. Absolutely bonkers. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing my dogs again. I'm looking forward to get away from the rain and the cold weather here. But I'll say that, I know I'll land in the UK, all the nice warm weather will have left.
I think it has been raining recently.
Yeah. But so hopefully there will be some sunshine. So yeah, so that will be quite nice. But it also means I'm leaving the two of you to fend for yourselves. So
we'll be fine.
It's going to happen.
We'll be good.
Who knows?
We've got a lot of things in the pipeline next week, so there's it'll be quite exciting. It'll be good.
Me and you on the sofa for the third week in a row, Ollie.
Yeah, we've been doing quite a bit.
Giving the viewers what they want.
Viewers, if you don't want Ollie and Jonny on the sofa together, send us a postcard. It's FITV.
It might arrive late after we've been on the show, but yeah, give it a go. But yeah, no, it'd be exciting. It'd be good, and obviously enjoy your holiday.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be on holiday for pretty soon after as well, won't you? So.
Yes, so
we're all leaving, Jonny.
It's just me.
Johnny, but unfortunately Hannah is arriving back, so that's good. There seems to be more of like a holiday month. So a few of us out and a few of us.
There seems to be only one person not getting any holiday.
It's because you've only just
Don't
arrived.
know who that is.
You got to do your service
You've
before
had
you can
a
leave.
long holiday before you arrived.
Yeah. Anyway, but Jonny, you have been quite busy recently because obviously the regular viewers will know that you've been covering the hockey, the Inline Hockey League, and that all finally came to a close this week, didn't it?
Yeah, it was the final this week, so really, really exciting. They did a bit of a longer game for the final, so usually it's 2 20-minute periods, and this was three 20-minute periods, so a big old crowd came to watch, and it was really fun actually. I mean, because I feel like I'm pretty invested in it now, because I've seen pretty much all the games from game week 6. So I know all the players, and I know kind of like who's on form and stuff like that. And it was a good final, and unfortunately the trophy wasn't actually made in time for a presentation on the night. But it's okay because they're having this big sort of end of season game-a-thon celebration on Sunday, and they're going to do a big presentation then. And apparently the trophy is really impressive.
Yeah.
So it was good fun, and it was cool just to see again just so many people. Local people down there actually supporting the teams in obviously a friendly manner, but it's good fun when the leisure centre's packed out at the top and they're all watching one of the sporting games. So it's nice. It's been really fun to actually cover the hockey, something that I didn't really know the rules of before I came here, but it's such a big sport in the Falklands, which is really cool. So obviously it's just going to go from strength to strength.
That's really good.
Will we see a return of Johnny Tries? I'll give it another go.
People keep asking me they're saying you need to, because I don't know if everyone's seen when I did try the inline hockey skating before I started filming it, but I could say to them I'm more than happy to get the skates on again, but I don't think I'll ever play a match because
Well, then we'll lose our hockey reporter. You can't play, Jonny.
I know, but I just see the way that I'll be able to go out around in a circle, but you have to stop. I mean, everyone was saying, well, if you can't stop, you should use the walls. That's what everyone does. You can't stop. But I don't really fancy smashing into the walls like every other skating time. But who knows? It might be one that happens. I'd quite like the chance to try and play a game, but I know that from that first time, most of the time I missed the puck and fell over. So
it would be quite fun, I think, to give it a go. Maybe we should all come down and have an FITV friendly.
I'm sure it can be arranged.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It is good fun and take a bit of anger out.
Yeah. When all the computers, the technology goes wrong, computer turns off or freezes.
Exactly.
But well, anyway, so we've managed to avoid spoilers there of who won. Which
I won't say that.
Don't say that. I was sat here waiting to interrupt if you said who won. But if you do want to see the winners of the hockey match, you can go and watch it on this week's show.
Yeah.
So that's all.
And if you're in town and you listen to this before Sunday, then pop along to the leisure centre, because there is that game-a-thon
Yeah.
happening all day, so I'm
Well,
sure
yeah,
you'd
'cause
be
it's
more
all
than
the
welcome.
teams, isn't it, doing a bit of a round robin sort of
Yeah,
playing
it's
each
just
other.
it's a bit of like a friendly competition, and they have games like goalies play girls, so like little sort of, I don't know, sort of primary school girls who are playing all like the pee-wee hockey, and then they play a team which is made up of goalies, but the goalies have to play outfield, so they're all in their kit.
Oh, do they have all their big
I think
pads
so,
and
yeah. So they're
everything?
like
wow.
charging around and trying to work out how to move in this like huge leg pads
That'd be
and stuff like that.
does
So
actually sound quite fun.
Yeah.
that'd be good. But
Yeah, definitely one to watch. But also another fun event that was on last week, which was fun to watch, was an open mic night. It was on at the museum, and I think
nice.
it's the first open mic night that they've done here potentially. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But that's what the organisers seem to think, that it was like the first time that this had taken place. So it's just down at the museum, and I went along and had a chat to Ina, who organised it, and she wasn't really expecting that many people to show up, and so many people turned up to watch. So the room in the museum was absolutely packed. Like, we kept having to bring in chairs, and people had to stand up and stuff.
that's good.
I think there was 13 people performing. So it's all like music and comedy, and like people reading like poems or doing dramatic readings and stuff. It was really nice, like really fun.
That's sick. Yeah, that's cool.
Unfortunately, I only ended up at the last 5 minutes.
Did you catch it?
In the background.
It was so crowded, didn't
Yeah,
you see you there, Ollie?
No, because I was looking at it through the CCTV footage. Because I was in the off. No, I was speaking with the museum staff, and then it was so busy. I was like,
Ollie's got a night job as a security guard at the museum, apparently. Moonlighting.
No, but yeah, unfortunately, I missed it because I went to the gin tasting event, which was good. But yeah, no. Hopefully, there's plans for another one, isn't there?
I think Ina was saying she wants to do it sort of like a monthly, like a regular thing. So that'd be quite nice. It gives
Start
everyone
practicing your jokes, Ollie.
chance to do some.
Well, that's what happened when I
Comedy?
arrived. There was some guy doing comedy, or like a comedian or something.
Yeah, there was loads of different comedy things. Like people brought their guitars, people doing like reading poems, like poems they'd written, or poems, like their favourite poem, doing a dramatic reading. But yeah, no, I thought it was really cool.
Did the jokes go down well then?
Yeah, there was.
Because I can imagine
some of them,
amateur comedians,
some
there's
of
got to be
them-
some that don't go down well.
Yeah.
Some of the jokes, like not bad jokes, but the jokes that
You don't have to name any
"Ah."
names.
Some of the jokes got a few like groans and okay, come on. But everyone laughed at most of it. It was really funny. Wasn't any heckling that I can recall. But yeah.
Too early in the evening, maybe.
Yeah. But there's again, it's in the show this week. And some of the jokes are on there. So yeah, but I just thought it was a really nice evening. Just like a nice happy atmosphere,
Yeah.
you know?
Do you reckon you'll bring out the ukulele for the next one?
Well, I
Because
have
you're,
said the next one I'm away. I might be away for the next one, so I was like, 2 months' time, I'll practice my ukulele and I'll have to perform. It's a shame Paul has gone, otherwise, and the
Little
ukulele
duo.
club has come to a dramatic end.
Oh,
But
is it?
otherwise, the ukulele club could have performed, but
Oh man.
Have you got ukulele?
it came,
Have you got
came
one,
a month
Jonny?
too late.
No, I don't, mate. I will not be playing any sort of ukulele.
I could do 10 kick-ups. That would be my style, and that's as far as I'll go. Does that count?
No.
No.
Anyway,
okay.
moving swiftly
I
on.
don't think you'd even be able to do that, mate.
We're just going to move swiftly on from the open mic night because it's clear that the boys have no talents that they could perform. Ollie, you went to Sea Lion Island over the summer, and that's in the show this week. We're finally getting to see all the nice pictures from Sea Lion.
Yes, Sea Lion was one of my favourite ones. Well, they're all unique in their own regard, but Sea Lion was a really, really nice island to go to and film. We got footage of bull seals fighting. It's all on the show this week.
Yes, he's got the plug in.
Even an elephant seal pup being born, so that was quite a big moment to see.
Jeez.
So there's a nice variety, and obviously now with the trip being renounced for the second time, it's nice for the people here in the Falkland Islands to see a bit more like what the islands have to offer. So with this, we teamed up with Falkland Islands Holidays to showcase, a bit about these outer islands and a bit places in camp as well. The Sea Lion, absolutely fascinating island. I know that Mickey's down there now painting the lodge, getting everything ship-shape ready for September. So if you're listening, Mickey, you're famous this week on Sea Lion Island. But yeah, no, it was a great piece. And like I say, next week's Pebble Island, which is another stunning island. But yeah, the elephant seals are something else.
I remember when you came back from Sea Lion and you were saying that you got the film The Elephant Seal Being Born. That was really cool to see, isn't it? Like, really, really cool.
It was a lucky thing, to be fair. I was literally just walking up because I got some footage of the straight to Karakara, I was walking up and I heard this like commotion with the elephant seals, like some kind of noise or whatever. So I just sat there with my cup of tea for a bit, and it started. You'll see the footage, but it started moving left to right, and then there was these these little gulls around it, start pecking at its other side, and then the pup I just put my camera there, tripod there, just see what was going on, and then it just the seal pup came out, and it was like, all right, okay.
Oh
Got
God.
the footage. But again, it was one of those lucky ones. And seeing 2 bull seals fighting, my word, insane. Like I was so close to them.
Really?
It was quite scary actually. 2 massive lumps of fat having a go at each other. It was just one of those. But again,
You fancy getting involved?
Absolutely not. These guys are huge. But it was funny because the beach master lost. So the rival satellite, they call him a satellite male. He won the right for that beach.
Oh man!
So he won all the pups. I would say won, but he had all the pups and the females there.
That's
whilst the
quite
beach
sad.
master had to go and leave.
So were you with? Who was like giving you like a bit of a tour around to tell you that?
So originally,
They
so
know
you have
the
an introductory
wildlife.
tour there.
Yeah.
So Mickey is a very good photographer. He's done loads of stuff. So he gives you an introductory tour, and then after that, it's a case of leave you to your own devices.
Oh, nice.
But we did have a meeting with Falkland Islands Holidays, and Margaret, who works at Falkland Islands Holidays, gave me a list of epic shots that she wants. So that was my kind of target to get them, and we managed to get them, so that was good.
Well, obviously you mentioned there as well the trip scheme's been renewed, so that's quite good. They're not sure what form yet it's going to take and how much it will be. I guess the details will have to be ironed out, but they have announced that they're renewing the trip scheme. So that was the thing where everyone was given, I think it's £400 to spend on holidays and stuff and experiences, and then £100 like in food and shops and things. So basically you get to go and have these holidays, and then you get the refunds back for them. But yeah, so I was really excited about this because I really wanted to go to Sealand, and I was watching the footage. I was like, oh my God, I need to email, I need to go. So yeah, it's sort of time to plan the holidays, I guess, because I mean, it is a shame that the international tourists possibly won't be able to get to the Falklands this year because the LATAM flights have been suspended again. But then I guess the plus side of it is it means that people in the Falklands get the opportunity to go out to the outer islands again and see everything. So you'll be here for the duration of the trip scheme this time, Jonny. So you'll get the chance to go and have a look.
Yeah, definitely. It's mad that you were saying that people are already starting to book places. I guess it's just because the timeline's different here because obviously the seasons are swapped over. But I would never have to. I mean, I would never think that far in advance. I don't think so. Maybe I need to start looking at places if I want to go. Go to
I think the thing is they were quite booked up with international tourists because the international tourists book up so far in advance.
Yeah, you would.
Whereas the local market is more sort of last minute, like, oh well, we're free next weekend. Let's see where's got spaces.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things like because the trip scheme has been renewed. I was like, oh, I'll get in there first.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess Sealand, your kind of.
I do want to go to Sealand. I also want to try and find some other islands to go to. Like I want to go back to New Ireland because my trip there got cut short. But I was like, I need to find somewhere different to go.
Yeah.
I want to go to another one, but I'm not sure where.
And then, but you want to go to Carcass?
Carcass, that's the one that I've seen that I really like the look of. Carcass and then Saunders.
Saunders Island, yeah. So Saunders Island has a variety because you've got the penguin shower, then you've got the albatross, which Katharyn you really enjoy. I guess.
Oh yeah, see when I went to Saunders, most of the albatross had left, so I saw just a few juveniles. It was when I went to New Ireland I saw more of the babies like sat on the nest, but again most of the adults had left. So I kind of want to go to somewhere with albatross earlier in the season, so I see more of the adults because I think that would be really cool. So that's partly why I want to go back to New Ireland because it's so accessible to see the albatross. But yeah, got to go early in the season.
One stunning one is Weddell Island. There's not much wildlife there, but the landscapes are insane.
Well, Weddell's got the fox, hasn't it?
And the Patagonian fox, which is quite rare to see. But yeah, Weddell's a good island. They're all really good. They're all very unique in their own regard. If you want to see loads of wildlife.
I think a big thing for me would be just being able to like walk around wherever I was.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily requiring a vehicle.
Bleaker's good for
as
that
much
because there's accessible wildlife everywhere. There's a cormorant colony right on your doorstep.
Yeah.
Although it smells a bit, but yeah. No, you won't mind me saying that. But yeah.
Well, it's like the first time I went down to not Surf Bay.
York Bay.
York Bay.
Oh, I took you to see the gentoos.
Seeing the gentoos, and you smell them before you see them.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if you're downwind of them, then it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get that on the David Attenborough documentary.
You know you're near the penguins, but
it wakes you up a bit, that one. Yeah. But Bleaker Island's good because it's accessible. So 20-minute walk up to see the Southern Rock Hoppers or the beach or X, Y, and Z, which is good.
Oh yeah, so hopefully the weather will get better and summertime we can all go off on our jollies and see a few islands, which would be quite nice. But yeah, so I think it's such a good scheme to obviously help the businesses, the tourism industry out, which is the main reason. It's got obviously the added side benefits that it means people here get the chance to go out to the islands and see places that all go on these trips that they wouldn't normally do. But just like to help out the whole industry, because obviously otherwise not having any international tourists come down, it wouldn't have been great, would it? So it's I think it's a really good initiative.
Definitely.
Yeah, so then moving on to next week, before we get too carried away with summer and all the holidays.
I know, looking too far ahead, aren't we?
Next week, I mean, I don't need to look at what's going on next week. I'm out of here. But yeah, it's a few committees and stuff on. We've got the Falklands Balls next week. Anyone got tickets for that?
Get the glad rags on.
Get the tuxedo out.
I had to polish my shoes.
Out to the museum Falklands Ball. I'm actually quite sad I won't be here for it.
Yeah.
I quite like going to... Oh, there's me dropping my phone.
You can watch a few highlights on FITV next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no, I think the balls are quite fun. So
I've never been. Even I've been here a year and a half.
You've not been to the
No, I don't think it was on last year.
Did they not do the Falklands Ball last year?
So I've never been. So
You've never been to any ball?
The Poppy Ball.
Yeah.
But we filmed that. But apart from that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's maybe quite new for me, that one.
I have to get a new tie for it or something. A little cravat.
That's the one. Yeah, so that should be exciting. Also, you got the committees, as you mentioned. So the planning and building, my favourite one.
Nice. Very exciting week. Yeah, and I mean, you guys have got your normal football games on, so...
All the usual stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think that probably brings us to an end of the podcast. Lovely listeners, I will not be here for the next few ones, so I hope that the Jonny and Olly are...
Jolly.
Jolly.
Team Jolly.
I hope the boys will keep everything running in ship-shape order.
We'll be fine.
But yeah, so yeah, I think that brings the podcast to an end. So if you want to watch along with the show, it's week 544. You just go to fitv.co.uk. It's £60 a year or £6 a month. And if you're in the Falklands, you can watch along on KTV. And this week we've also got Talking Point out, which is all about FIMCO, which Jonny's been working on. So you get even more for your money, which is excellent.
That's a very good piece, that FIMCO.
But anyway, yes, we will see you next week.
See you later.